They're still running. They're still running. The police? UNREST.
Just leave it alone.
UNREST.
UNREST.
Huh?
UNREST.
After that tree.
Excuse me. Just leave me alone.
UNREST.
UNREST.
Huh?
UNREST.
After that tree.
Excuse me. Just leave me alone.
Fucking kids! You murderers!
Murderers! Quit your job! Quit your job!
Murderers!
Quit your job! Quit your job!
You should lock yourself up, you goddamn kids!
You want to remain silent now.
They just told him his rights, and the cops are saying that they're interfering. They said you have the right to remain. They're telling the legal observers were telling him to say that you wish to remain silent. And an officer came out with his pepper spray and said that you are interfering with police officers.
Are you watching this on live stream?
Yeah, we're watching and woke.
Are you watching this on live stream?
Yeah, we're watching and woke.
Exempting press to be able to film all this.
I'm ER nurse. You don't need process.
You go on, motherfucker! Take off your riots here! Go back to fucking Tiger!
There was both a barricade fire and protesters broke into the Portland Police Association headquarters and lit it on fire. There were no police at the PPA building when the crowd arrived. So folks just broke in, lit it on fire. then like fuck from cops, and now it's a riot, and the police are shooting at people and arresting people, and boy howdy, we're having us a heck of a time. Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you. Huh? Yeah, you too, man, you too. So we're going to attempt to find where the bulk of the crowd got pushed off to, because I think it's around to this side, and see if we can film more police bull rushes and, you know, that sort of thing, because there was quite a lot of that just a second ago. That was interesting. So yeah, as soon as we arrived, this crowd marched 2 hours earlier, like, confronted the police went inside.
You just get here? You just get here, or you been here for a while? Not too long.
You go home. This is our home.
Quit your job! This city is our home! You serve us! We want your contract!
We want you to kill yourselves.
Violence requires violence!
I don't feel this less, at the very least, we're really well armed. Oh, it's like a big group? That's true. Yeah, they're around though. I just saw Squeaks and the other guy. So, we're here. Accountability is somewhere around here. Let's get this way. My better judgment. Let's get a little tighter.
Police no justice! No peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police no justice! No peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police!
sat in a room in a square the color of blood. He drew the whole world if there was a way that he could. He'd sit and he'd stare at the minarets on top of the towers, for he was the beast as he hatched his new plans to gain power. And the snow fell, covering the dreams and ideals. And the snow fell, freezing the blood and the wheels. And the snow fell, they had to keep warm for survival. And the snow fell and defeated the beast's only rival. They took the old roads that Napoleon had taken before. They fought as the forces of light against the darkness in a holy war. One day they were looking around at the sun shining on the cold flowers. The next day they were freezing to death in the snow and the ice cold showers. And the snow fell, covering the dreams and ideals. And the snow fell, freezing the blood and the wheels. And the snow fell, they had to keep warm for survival. And the snow fell and defeated the beast's only rival. Then came the deadly road back from the steps of their retreat. The cold wrecked their bodies, but worse was the pain of defeat. Many people who had hailed them once now turned and looked away. Well, these people now knew that the beast was on his way. And the snow fell, covering the dreams and ideals. And the snow fell, freezing the blood and the wheels. And the snow fell, they had to keep warm for survival. And the snow fell and defeated the beast's only rival. You finally came back to the borders of your fatherland. Now enemies came, traitors everywhere at hand. Many people who had fought and died knowing that they had to win. Well, yet still it sickens my heart to see the picture of the red flag in Berlin. And the snow fell, covering the dreams and ideals. And the snow fell, freezing the blood and the wheels. And the snow fell, they had to keep warm for survival. And the snow fell and defeated the beast's only rival. And defeated the beast's only rival. And defeated the beast's only rival.
It does really seem like President Trump making Portland like a big, quelling this a big factor in his reelection, has reignited interest in the protest to a significant degree. Because we weren't seeing protests of this size for like a good 2 weeks.
Eyes shining bright with unspilled tears, thinking about all those wasted years, when everything worth living for is gone. And brother, I find it hard to keep fighting on. if this is the way it ends, if this is the way my race ends, if this is the way it ends, I can't bear to witness. Disease encroaching on all I hold dear, but somehow I gotta get my soul out of here. Heart of agony, a faint burning hole. I'm finding it hard to try to cope. And the coast lies on the world where the concrete poised, with the concrete poised, a wasteland of the meaningless noise. We don't stand a chance with a dormant pride, with a dormant pride. The heroes of a race have already died. If this is the way it ends, if this is the way my race ends, if this is the way it ends, I can't bear to witness. If this is the way it ends, if this is the way my race ends, if this is the way it ends, oh, I can't bear to Tragedy has all been down to this. Apathy and suicidal bliss. It's all over except for the crying, with the whimper instead of the roar of a lion. The greatest race to ever walk the earth, dying a slow death with insane mirth. The tomb has been prepared, a race betrayed, a race betrayed. White men fight the fight towards the grave. If this is the way it ends, if this is the way my race ends, if this is the way it ends, I can't bear to witness. If this is the way it ends, if this is the way my race ends, if this is the way it ends, oh, I can't bear to witness. If this is the way it ends, if this is the way my race ends, if this is the way it ends, oh, I can't bear to witness. If this is the way it ends, if this is the way my race ends, if this is the way it ends, oh, I can't bear to witness. Don't let it end this way. Don't let it end this
You know, I'm gonna mute this for a minute. Well, I'll turn it low. But you're completely right. You know, I've talked to many people locally and other places. They don't see a problem. I get the same response all the time. This is in Portland or Seattle or California. We don't have to worry about it here in our area. That is so wrong. People don't want to do anything. Fear is the number one thing that is beating more people than anything else. Fear. I get that response constantly. That I'm afraid to do this or that because I'll go to jail, I'll lose my family, I'll whatever. Lose my job, you know, all that kind of mess. People are too passive. Or I get the comments of, I don't want to fire the first shots, you know. Or wait till they get to my front door. By then it's too late. I feel like by myself most of the time. I'll agree with that. People got complacent. Complacency has cost more lives than probably anything. Look at the city of Dresden during World War II. That the Brits bombed the heck out of and killed everybody. They were complacent as well. Not much they could do anyway, but they were complacent in the fact that, you know, we don't have anything. They won't want to mess with us. They'll leave us alone. And see what happens. They were firebombed and everything else. Same thing today. People say my town has nothing that they would want. Why would they tear stuff up here, or, you know, things like that.
45th Absurdist Brigade is. Alright. So let's move around now.
Well, even if the city of Portland or any of these others were to run these people out,
let's go this way.
they'll just go somewhere else. Eventually, there will be nothing left to destroy in Portland and these other places, so they'll move. They'll go elsewhere. This won't stop. And I also get, well, we shouldn't have rallies and protests and all of this. You know, we got to worry about our image as patriots and gun owners, and, you know, if we want to speak our grievances, do it at the ballot box. The heck with that. Yes, voting's important, but they should fear us. I don't care. As far as gun owners and all of that, as patriots is concerned, they should fear us.
In order to get around the police riot lines again, get back to the crowd. Now we really have an idea of the size and scope of that.
But no, they're too busy laughing at us.
Police armada. One of the larger ones we've seen.
Daily.
These bull rushes are some of the most forceful police bull rushes I've seen here. It's not a Fed level bull rush, but there's a hell of a lot of them.
I've tried and I've talked till I'm blue in the face, and people just don't want to listen.
Yeah, each is a dead end. There's more police.
And some people you cannot educate. And I've got neighbors like that.
It also works as a sound cannon.
To the point of they want to get their carry permit because they see that's a license to kill.
When you want to disperse them, but they use it more often since it doesn't work very well for crowd dispersal. They tend to use it mostly as a loudspeaker.
I get the same, you know, oh, that's a conspiracy, or that's this or that. Well, it's not a conspiracy if I can prove it.
Levels of talent within the LRAD guide field. This dude's one of the better ones.
Well,
No, that's the Multnomah County Detention Center.
Klein, the big thing is, and this is what I've learned the most about these communists that we're seeing here. This is their common thing. The common census is, and I've mentioned this to them before, I say, look, every time communism's been tried, it failed. It may look okay on paper, but it don't work. And I get the exact same response. Well, everybody else in history done it wrong, but my group will show you the right way to make it work. Well, you idiots that don't know what bathroom to use, and you're in your 20s and 30s still trying to figure out your gender, well, you're in no way, shape, or form smarter than people that's tried it before. They're like the little kid you see at the toy store, you know. He lays in the aisle, throws a fit, and mom buys him what he wants. Well, the fit never ends. They don't want to hear no facts. I've tried. I've shown them videos of what goes on. They don't believe it. People are stupid.
Anybody know where Concrete is at by chance? I saw them running up into the center of
The conspiracy theory of people tell me every day, well, communists don't exist anymore.
Shut it down! Justin!
You know, that's a common thing. They say, communism don't exist. That died out years ago. Antifa's not real. You know, stuff like that.
Oh, I guess how many people are here tonight?
We wouldn't have coronavirus if Biden was president. You know, stupid stuff like that.
The parks are full.
And then the comment I read the other day in a little discussion, and I mentioned it before, but
How you doing, buddy?
they're saying Black Friday is racist
Go off the rails.
because Black Friday was the one day a year that slaves were sold at a discount. Klein, that's the problem. I don't see very many of those people. Very, very few.
I got shot by the cops.
They tell me the news media is not allowed to lie. They have to tell the truth.
I just brought my stream up, and I was telling my stream that they had just started. I've told this story so many times tonight. I was right in the hand, and it's on my live stream. Like a bunch of people have seen it. Yeah, and
All right, I ain't sure what happened, but we're back though. I had no idea what caused that.
This is like the highest pitch I've probably ever hit. Yeah.
But it, you know, it's all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, so they hit me in the back of the hand right here, and it instantly.
It doesn't matter what I've said, they totally ignore it.
And I end up walking back to the back of the
Telling me these live streams are not real? Did I edit them live just to get viewers? If this stuff doesn't exist, it's editing magic.
And so I have to put this red tape on it, so that way whenever I'm holding my hands up.
I mean, no way, shape, or form are these live streams edited in any way. Not by me.
And some people have told me with the red tape it looks like a taser, and I'm like, well, that just means they won't fuck with me.
I wish I could do that. That'd be a heck of a skill. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 16 screens up, and I'm editing all of it on the fly. Wow. I need to get me a job for a movie company or something.
It's a good look for you. It really kind of brings out your eyes.
You know, I can model.
If I was that talented, I wouldn't have to ask for donations from everybody here.
I sat there for 4 hours, and then the ER doctor, he said he didn't think it was broken, and he didn't recommend an x-ray or anything like that, and which I was like really shocked at. And one of the nurses,
Crazy stuff.
Like when I came in, I had told the nurse, I was like, yeah, I got shot by the police down protesting for Black Lives. And he's like, well, what did we learn today? And I was like, that we need to fight harder.
Yeah, you get involved with Hollywood kind of stuff, you're screwed.
I knew that I wasn't probably going to get the best care from him after I told him where I was.
I mean, look how many
But the doctor never ordered x-rays
child
or anything,
actors
so
that we
then I
grew
ended
up watching are now
which I
so
worked
screwed up in the head they can't even
for a
think
week
straight.
with my broken hand.
Probably couldn't even tie their shoes without some help. Hollywood corrupts.
Something is not feeling right. Like, this doesn't feel like a bruise or anything, or like normal stitches. And I go in, and apparently, since I had been working
Hey,
on my
Roman.
hand all week, like I still had strength in it. And so the doctor then, she's like, I don't think it's broken either. I think it might be like a tendon injury. But we're still gonna get x-rays and do all that. And so then the
Yep,
x-rays
I'm
come back
talking.
20 minutes later.
You ain't gonna see me, but I'm talking.
Yeah, it's broken.
At the other, where the
Hey, text to speech is working, by the way. If you donate something, it'll holler it out on the screen. Say whatever you want. I don't care. Free speech.
Always just be ready.
Say whatever you feel like. Nothing off limits. Just don't put any personal attacks toward anybody in the chat, and otherwise, I don't care. I had a $3 minimum on it, but I took it off, so now it's just $1 minimum.
Okay. Yeah. Then if you just want to walk with Alexis, and then
Hey, I gotta try and make a nickel somehow, I can't lie. Y'all have been my only income for months. And I definitely appreciate it. More than you can realize. But all the support, not just money. We've been through a lot on this channel over the years. I've been kicked off I don't know how many times. But I always come back. They haven't banned me yet. So at least there's that. They banned my rights for super chat and to run ads, but oh well. At least I got paid before they did it. So there's no money in that account, so I really don't care. Well, 2 more weeks of philosophy class and I'll be done with that. And then I go back to Western Civilization 2. Greeks, Romans, that kind of stuff.
yeah, does anybody have any updates on what's going on in NoPo?
Mr. Roman donated $10. Get some smokes and cold one, boss.
Hey, thanks. Much appreciated. Hey Roman, I don't know if I told you or not, but I got that ammo. Yeah, being an online student, I don't get any breaks at all except Christmas, Easter, and I think that's it.
And I thought that they were going to be okay under my goggles.
But yeah, I finally got it.
I don't think I have a good seal.
Took a while coming from California.
And so I felt the sting on my eye.
I need more mags though.
Lifted up my goggles and ripped my contacts out. So yeah, I can.
I don't have enough PMags, but I was surprised local gun shops seems to be the cheapest on PMags of anywhere I've found. I looked all over the internet. Not online, they're not. They're either sold out or they're getting expensive. I'm seeing them $20 a piece online. They're getting pricey. All the gun shops but one around me are completely sold out.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you.
I called around.
Hey guys, I'm gonna walk this way.
They say they're out. Yeah, I got about one more year left, and I'll have my associate.
Oh, we're gonna get a lot of Lucky's head.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, but you won't beat my local price though. I've looked and looked, and it's not gonna happen. They're only $12 here.
Oh, on the concrete.
They're not on the concrete, guys. We don't know where they're at.
Hey, take it easy and have a good night. Business management. That's my degree. I like business stuff.
This is Eric's.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. $12? And I haven't been able to beat that online nowhere. Time you factor in shipping, if you can even find them anywhere close to that price. I found other brands, but I know PMags will work.
I don't know.
I've never had trouble with them. Yeah, 12. I know I got my fan going, but it's like 1,000,000,000 degrees in here. So I do apologize for that. Yeah, they've got at least 2 big cases of them. Those crates like Mosin rifles and stuff come in. They got at least 2 of those full mags.
I got some inspirational hugs there. I feel alive. Oh man, I'm so glad they're here. I can't believe that I mean, I love that she came down to support me.
They might have more, I don't know, but I know they got at least that.
Oh, okay, I
That's what they got out on display.
Okay, I see it's someone actually.
They said nobody's buying them.
I'm gonna move up a little bit.
Which kind of surprised me. But, I don't know. I'll have to grab a couple anyway. I'd like to get enough at some point to at least fill my box up. I think it holds 25, something like that. Not exactly sure. I got a bunch of them real cheap several months back from a website I ran across. Big Tex Outdoors, I think. And they had a deal going. Every order got you a $5 coupon. Didn't matter how big the order was. So I kept buying mags and getting coupons and buying more mags. And that worked out pretty good.
So yeah, I don't know what went down. Apparently this person had like roughed up. I mean, you guys heard what happened.
Yeah, I'll put the audio back on the
Pretty good mob of people over there.
the stream.
Still,
I'll shut up for a minute.
with that. And I mean, Soul's over there going to see what's going on. Yeah.
They just have him sitting on the corner now.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
He got rallied on pretty bad. No, no.
Shouldn't be slumping each other right now.
Is that baby Thor? What's up with him, man?
I ain't trying to talk no more.
Hey. We're in the same place. Yeah.
Because he dropped it on the ground, he decided to fucking rock it with my back.
I'm trying to get a bridge, you guys.
He's over there. Guys, he's trying to leave. We need to give him room to leave.
Let's go.
Hey, you want to hold this for me again? I don't mind taking it back. I just got to pee.
We're over on the other street, like to the left of the Justice Center. What is it? Okay. Bye-bye.
Let him do it. Let the white man do it. Let the white man do it. Let the white man do it. Let him do it. Keep him in the house.
Sorry guys, hold on 1 second. I got CJ, he just had to take a pee. They're just watching this, they're marching this guy out, that's all that's happening right now. But we gotta get over here because I think they're about to start speaking. We got the shield wall. He's right behind me. The shield wall.
Whew. That shield line was no joke, man. They went to town.
Yeah, get that.
What? Sure.
I did already.
That's legit. They got like a whole. It's like straight up Viking style. Where do you even go? Where you gonna win?
What I knew is that there was a system that was in place, that was put in place to oppress black people. There was a system put in place to oppress the poor. There was a system put in place to oppress our intersectional community. There was a system put in place to oppress our LGBTQIA community.
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Put in place to oppress our Latin American community. Yes. Now, are we going to stand for that shit? No! I said, are we going to stand for that shit? No! We need to be out here to unify. We need to be out here with one message, one voice. What do we want? Justice! What do we want?
Justice!
Solid demands. There you go, right there. I'll put it in a chance for you.
And just keep it at 3.
Keep on PPP. How much? 50% at least. Where should that money go? To black communities. 3. What do we want? Ted Wheeler to resign or figure it out. However you work it out. I don't know. That sounds a little stupid. The third one, but
like I said, I was looking into it. They have a lot of programs already. They could help people. They just don't fund them. They
man,
really
listen,
fund
it
their
doesn't.
police.
And that's the problem. What's the problem we have in Seattle? So
Like
it's the
they
same
want to
shit.
reach out to homeless people, but I'm sorry. On the walk here, there's hella people on the sidewalk.
Okay,
Yeah,
but listen,
Definitely
listen.
help.
They
And
need
that's
demands
fucking
first.
sad.
They can't start with homeless people until they get some demands.
Mhm.
They ain't got no demands to even start nowhere. They need some demands. Before you start trying to tackle other shit, get your demands under control first. I gave you one just now. 2 actually. Defund PPP, how much? 50% at least. Where does that money go? To black communities. It's that simple. There's 2 of them right there. However you figure out Ted Wheeler and the third one, that's on PPP. That's on Portland.
What's the rest of Seattle's?
Oh, you guys want to know Seattle's demands?
Uh-huh.
Hey, you guys want to tell the live stream Seattle's demands? This is live streaming in Portland.
Portland? All right, let's fucking do it.
You guys want to tell Seattle's demands?
Mask up, mask up, mask up.
Mask up.
Oh, mask up.
You guys, he's been in Seattle, he was at Jefferson with us.
He's talking about these.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he was at Jefferson sitting with us and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
You guys ready? Defund SPD, how much? 50% at least.
Where should that money go?
To black communities.
3. Who should you free?
All the protesters.
What do we want for no? Don't forget number 4.
No new youth jail.
What do we want for number 5?
Johnny Durkin to resign. It's that easy. It is
See, they need that down here though.
Hey, I'm about to go make it for him right now. What?
Yeah.
Defund 50% at least. That's one demand.
Someone has all of their demands.
I'm not saying all 7. Listen, I can't make a check.
Oh wait, that's 7? Damn.
I think AREX. If somebody could bring AREX here.
Yes,
AREX had the demands.
Come on, Kizzy.
I saw them. There's only 4.
AREX had their demands.
Yeah. Well, hey, Rex, I know
SPS.
you're watching. Kazin, you're watching.
Can
Get
somebody
over here.
go to AREX channel and ask her to come up? We are in between Riot Ribs and Mark O. Hatfield United States Courthouse.
At least.
Where should that money go?
To black communities.
3. Who should you free?
All the protesters.
I get it. We don't know their people.
Okay, but let's stick to the 3 we got for it.
Crossover.
Defund PPP, how much? 50% at least. Where does that money go? To black communities. 3. Who should you free? All the protesters. Defund PPP, how much? 50% at least. Where should that money go?
Okay, this is the beginning right here.
3. Who should you free? All the protesters. Defund PPP,
So, welcome to the crossover. Somebody tell A-Rex come.
Community! Free! Look at you! Free! All the protesters! Leave on PPP! How much? 15%! Where does that money go? Community! Free! Look at you! Free! All the protesters! Leave on PPP! How much? 15%! Wait the beat!
We need A-Rex. If A-Rex can meet us at the front here.
No, it's Portland Police Bureau. Okay,
Quit your bitchin' nigger and just let things be. You're messing up big time, take it from me. Quit your bitchin' nigger or you'll get your due. All the Ku Klux Klan will come a-calling on you. For 40-something years you've been raising all hell, and niggers that ain't enough. We're all getting mighty fed up with you and all of your civil rights stuff. Don't you love this country? Either you do or you don't. If you ain't happy, then what the hell do you want? Hey, quit your bitchin' niggers and just let things be. You're messing up big time, take it from me. Quit your bitchin' nigger or you'll get your due. Cause the Ku Klux Klan will come a-calling on you. You got money and jobs and your equal rights given by the government. You got welfare, food stamp, a medical card, and sometimes a little free rent. You just keep begging, taking everything we've got. Well, damn you nigger, don't you think it's time to stop? So quit your bitchin' niggers and just let things be. You're messing up big time, take it from me. Quit your bitchin' nigger or you'll get your due. Cause the Ku Klux Klan will come a-calling on you. Lately you're yelling down a rebel flag, wanting us to take it down. It represents our history and southern pride and rebel blood on the ground. So go to hell, nigger, I'm telling you loud and clear. It ain't coming down, the rebel flag is staying right here. Hey, quit your bitchin' niggers and just let things be. You're messing up big time, take it from me. Quit your bitchin' nigger or you'll get your due. Cause the Ku Klux Klan will come a-calling on you. Cause the Ku Klux Klan will come a-calling on you. Big lips, it ain't the nose, it ain't your kinky hair or your clothes, it ain't your dreadlocks hanging or the way that you walk. It ain't the smell, it ain't the black. White people might probably learn to live with that, but if you wanna know, nigger, I'll tell you what, this is a song. It's the attitude, stupid. It's what's inside your brain. It's the attitude, stupid. Ain't you ever gonna change? You keep thinking everything is black and white. Don't you know the difference between wrong and right? It's the attitude, stupid. We don't owe you a thing. It ain't your looks, and that's a fact. It ain't your ass riding up on your back. It ain't the way you say alright when you spell out a word. It's the things you say and you do, thinking white people still owe something to you. Well, listen to me, nigger, this is something you've never heard. It's the attitude, stupid. It's what's inside your brain. It's the attitude, stupid. Ain't you ever gonna change? You keep thinking everything is black and white. Don't you know the difference between wrong and right? It's the attitude, stupid. We don't owe you a thing. Hey, it's the attitude, stupid. We don't owe you a thing. There you go again, talking about reparations. There you go again, talking about something else free. There you go again, talking about reparations. Well, listen to me, nigger, you ain't getting nothing from me. You say all your ancestors were slaves, and that's the reason that you ought to get paid. You want something for nothing, you monkeys are all the same. You're putting all of the blame on whites. We violated your civil rights, but your civil rights movement is nothing but a shakedown game. So there you go again, talking about reparations. There you go again, talking about something else free. There you go again, talking about reparations. Well, listen to me, nigger, you ain't getting nothing from me. There ain't a slave still living today. So tell me, why do you think we should pay for what we didn't do and what didn't happen to you? We can always go back home where the monkeys and the baboons roam. And if you ain't satisfied, that's exactly what you ought to do. Hey, there you go again, talking about reparations. There you go again, talking about something else free. There you go again, talking about reparations. Well, listen to me, nigger, you ain't getting nothing from me. We don't owe you a damn thing. Man, you gotta be out of your mind. So take your reparations and stick them where the sun don't shine. Hey, there you go again, talking about reparations. There you go again, talking about something else free. And there you go again, talking about reparations. Well, listen to me, nigger, you ain't getting nothing from me. We don't owe you a damn thing. Hey, you gotta be out of your mind. So take your reparations and stick them where the sun don't shine. Hey, there you go again, talking about reparations. There you go again, talking about something else free. There you go again, talking about reparations. Well, listen to me, nigger, you ain't getting nothing from me. I said, listen to me, nigger, you ain't getting nothing from me. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa where they belong. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone. They don't like this, they don't like that. They're never satisfied, and that's the fact. The more we give, the more they take. The more we fix, the more they break. The country's in an awful mess with a whole lot of civil unrest. I got one thing to suggest. They ought to leave and get gone. Gather up all the niggers and go back home. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa where they belong. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone. They want their way, it ain't no doubt. They just keep pushing, they never stop. If they don't like the way things are done, they ought to go back to where they come from. So white people, I'm asking you, let's buy us a boat or two. And here's what we need to do to help them pack and be kind. Make sure we don't leave one nigger behind, and send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa where they belong. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone. Life in America would be so great without niggers here to demonstrate about this and that and that and this and you and me and getting things free. Won't you listen to me? Let's send them all back to Africa. Send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa where they belong. We ought to send them all back to Africa. We ought to send them all back to Africa. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone. They ought to get the hell out of America and leave the white man alone.
Smell something funny when you walk down the street, you're in Coontown. You look and see garbage all over the street, you're in Coontown. Up and down the street there ain't nothing but trash. Nigger girls trying to get a nigger boy's cash. Then you even see a spook with a big mustache in Coontown. On the corner there's a nigger with a drink in his hand, that's Coontown. Trying to bum a nickel from whoever he can in Coontown. And don't be surprised, you can make a bet. If you go back tomorrow, he'll be there yet. He's trying to get drunk, and drunk he's gonna get in Coontown. Never bother about going to work in Coontown. They seem to think that work is for jerks out of Coontown. He don't do nothing but sleep and doze. He don't wake until his eyes are tired of being closed. It's half a day's work for him to scratch his toes in Coontown. It amazes me to see the way they live in Coontown. They do all the taking while we have to give to Coontown. The night man worries, the nigger don't care, 'cause at the end of the month his check will be there. Every nigger earns his living off the old welfare in Coontown. Every nigger earns his living off the old welfare in Coontown.
The house next door to me's been sold niggers. They claim to be wild Indians from the plains. Oh, but they ain't a shucking me, they're colored people. We'll make cowboys and niggers our new game. Last night when I come home, I was warmly greeted, but not by my sweet wife saying, hello, dear. Instead it was, hello, da, white mammy Gemma. Says, how does you like us dark folks living here? I'd sell my house, but I ain't had no offers. Though I paid $20,000, I'd take two. 'Cause this nigger crap's done killed all my red roses, and my violets turned black instead of blue. Last night the NAACP came a-callin'. I didn't know what it was all about. Oh, but it didn't take me long to understand them when they said, won't you kindly move your white butt out?
Keep a working, Big Jim. You'll prove it by and by. Keep a working, Big Jim. Find out the reasons why. A few years ago, in the year of '63, a president was shot and he died. And the man accused of killing him was shot to death before he was even tried. Then the Warren Commission, made up of what should be the greatest lawmen of our time, wrapped up the case and said the assassination was the work of a one-wart mind. Keep a working, Big Jim. We hope you prove they're wrong. Keep a working, Big Jim. We're with you all day long. In shorter time than it takes to solve a simple theft case, they said they solved the crime of our time. Oswald was the man, they said he worked it all alone. No one conspired with him to plan the crime. Big Jim Garrison, a lawyer from New Orleans, didn't think the case was really solved. In his investigation, he's come up with a lot. He's gonna prove somebody else was involved. Keep a working, Big Jim. We wanna know the truth. Keep a working, Big Jim. The nation's watching you. Now, wouldn't it be something if the Warren report turns out to be just a lie? And one big man who is working all alone finds the answers and the reasons why. And the so-called leaders of the government who won't try to help him win the fight. It seems they're more afraid that Jim will prove they're wrong instead of hoping Big Jim's right. Keep a working, Big Jim. We wanna know the truth. Keep a working, Big Jim. The nation's watching you. Keep a working, Big Jim. The nation's watching you. Keep a working, Big Jim. We wanna know the truth. Keep a working, Big Jim. We wanna know the truth. Keep a working, Big Jim. The nation's watching you. Keep a working, Big Jim.
Have you ever been just driving around and ended up in the colored part of town? And you see an old-time one-room shack with a great big TV antenna. Then you look out in the back. You can always see a Cadillac. And inside there's about 15 niggers eating one can of beans for dinner. Now ain't that just like a nigger, so the story goes. They just like to live that way, you know. Why, they haven't got one spark of ambition in their minds. They're hard-headed as a dad-blamed mule. And the only reason they go to school is so they can learn to sign their names when they become members of the welfare line. They're looking for a handout, yeah, something free. Looking for a handout from you and me. And with the consent of the president, they're gonna get their way. They're gonna get their way. Now, I ain't aiming to run anybody down, but I know how they operate down in Coontown. Why, they wouldn't hit a lick at a snake if it was curling up to strike. But when their leader says, "Hey, nigga, demonstrate," why, them jigaboos don't even hesitate. 'Cause as a nigger says, them's the kind of happenings we like. They're looking for a handout, yeah, something free. Looking for a handout from you and me. And with the consent of the president, they're gonna get their way. They're gonna get their way. But one day there's gonna be a stop to all this giving. And darkies, you gonna have to account for your living. You won't be able to hold your black hand out and wait for somebody to give you your daily bread. All the master says you'll have to earn your salvation. So you'd better start looking over the situation and stop causing all this trouble and be a good old nigger instead. And quit looking for a handout, yeah, something free. Quit looking for a handout from Uncle Sam and me. Don't try to integrate, be glad to segregate. It's better that way, much better that way. It's better that way. Trashy looking crew. They'll change our ways and take our schools away from me and you. It's time for us to make a stand to keep our southern ways. We've got to give a helping hand, it's unity that pays. Move them niggers north, move them niggers north. If they don't like our southern ways, then move them niggers north. Start trouble by mixing up the races. They'd be a whole lot better off by
staying in their places. I like our Southland like it is, I'm sure that you do too. Old Martin Luther thinks it's his, I know he's wrong, don't you? Move them niggers north, move them niggers north. If they don't like our southern ways, then move them niggers north. It's time for us to make a stand to keep our southern ways. We've got to give a helping hand, it's unity that pays. Move them niggers north, move them niggers north. If they don't like our southern ways, then move them niggers north. Move them niggers north, move them niggers north, move them niggers north. I like sugar and I like tea, but I don't like niggers, no siree. There's two known things that'll make me puke. That's a hog eating slop and a big black spook. You know it, 'cause I show it like a barnyard rooster. I crow it, and the NAACP would sure like to get a hold of nigger hating me. Roses are red and violets are blue and niggers are black. You know that's true, but they don't mind, 'cause what the heck? You gotta be black to get a welfare check, and I'm broke. No joke, I ain't got a nickel for a coat, and I ain't black, you see. So Uncle Sam won't help poor nigger hating me. Jigaboo, jigaboo, where are you? I was here in the wood pile watching you. Jigaboo, jigaboo, come out now, so I'm scared of the white man way down south, you know it. But I show it, stick your black head out and I blow it. And the NAACP can't keep you away from a little old nigger hating me. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the blackest of them all? A man named King, it ain't no doubt, and he's causing lots of trouble with his baboon mouth. The ruin he's a-doing is caused by the trouble he's a-brewing. And the NAACP can't win if white men stick with nigger hating me. Hey, Mr. President, what do you say? When are we whites gonna have our day? The niggers had theirs such a long, long time. I'm a white and it's time that I have mine, you know it. 'Cause I show it, stick your black head out and I blow it. And the NAACP can't win if white men stick with nigger hating me. 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 Nigger, nigger, tell them lies. Black face and bloodshot eyes. Crooked toes and crooked nose. That's the way a nigger goes. That's how he goes. They're marking for equality. They'll never be as good as me. We won't let them integrate. We must always segregate. Keep them in their places. Nigger, nigger, tell them lies. Black face and bloodshot eyes. Crooked toes and crooked nose. That's the way a nigger goes. Oh, Martin Luther's got to go. That's one thing that we all know. We'll take him riding on a rail and lock him in the county jail. Niggers want to change our ways, but taxes they won't ever pay. Mucky lips and kinky hair, living off that old welfare. Got their hand out. They might as well give up the fight. No federal judge can make them white. The job is up to you and me. Let's beat the NAACP. Move them north. Nigger, nigger, tell them lies. Black face and bloodshot eyes. Crooked toes and crooked nose. That's the way a nigger goes. That's the way a nigger goes. That's the way a nigger goes. That's the way a nigger in my boat, and old Banjo lived. Banjo was my guide, an old colored fella. He wasn't very dark, he was a high-stepping yeller. So we launched my boat, and I cranked my motor, and up to my nose came a terrible odor. I looked all around trying to find something dead, but it was Banjo with his arm up, scratching his head. Some niggers never die, they just smell that way. Now the more he'd scratch, the more he'd sweat, and I'm here to say he was a choking me to death. So we loaded up, I just couldn't go on, and I coughed and I gagged all the way home. When I dropped him off, I was next to dying. My nose was a-running, and my eyes were a-crying. The smell scorched the hair right out of my nose. When I got home, I had to burn all my clothes. Some niggers never die, they just smell that way. I recuperated quick, I was thankful for that. I was only in bed for a week and a half. The very first day I was up on my feet, I went to the supermarket down the street. I shopped all around and I filled out my order. My groceries were bagged by a fat nigger porter. The air conditioner was broken, I was ferocious, 'cause it was hot and that nigger was sweating on my groceries. Some niggers never die, they just smell that way. The vegetables and greens I bought started wilting. My blood pressure rose, and I could have killed him. I was gonna smash him all over that place, but he raised up his arm, and I fell on my face. Now I'm here in the hospital, and at the ceiling I stare. I could have whipped that nigger, except he used germ warfare. So from now on, I'll carry a long, long stick, 'cause if I can keep from the smell, then I'll have him licked. Some niggers never die, they just smell that way. Well, lately niggers are running their mouth, saying they're gonna take over the South. Jigaboo, here's to you, if you can, try it, man. Cause Dixieland will never be free to a nigger and the NAACP. Stay away, stay away, stay away from Dixieland. Cause we're proud of our Dixie, hooray, hooray. We'll fight again this time, we'll win, we've lived, we'll die in Dixie. Stay away, stay away. You don't belong in Dixie. Stay away, stay away. You don't belong in Dixie. In the Civil War, a lot of men died. That's not enough, they ain't satisfied. They integrate, demonstrate, shout and sing for Mr. King. But Mr. King isn't gonna lose out when the northern states unite with the South. Watch the fun when it's done, cause they'll run from Dixieland. Cause we're proud of our Dixie, hooray, hooray. We'll fight again this time, we'll win, we've lived, we'll die in Dixie. Stay away, stay away. You don't belong in Dixie. Stay away, stay away. You don't belong in Dixie. They build black power in Alabama, even demonstrating in Louisiana. What a shame, they're to blame, cause they came to Dixieland. Up in the north, big trouble they brewed in Chicago town, and Cicero too. Let's unite, Yankee land, come on fight with Dixieland. Cause we're proud of our Dixie, hooray, hooray. We'll fight again this time, we'll win, we've lived, we'll die in Dixie. Stay away, stay away. don't belong in Dixie. Stay away, stay away. You don't belong in Dixie. Not so long ago I wrote a little song, and much to my surprise before very long, looking for a handout was sitting on top of the segregation hit parade. So the nigger population keeps getting bigger, and since I got my first break by singing about niggers, I'll just sing 2 or 3 more verses and see if I can double up on the friends I've made. Now we've all heard of the NAACP. They say they're gonna make all them niggers free. What they mean is they're looking for someone to earn it, bring it in the house, put it on the table and feed them. Cause their idea of freedom ain't being free. It seems they're more interested in getting it free. And me and my family and every other white man in his family could go for that kind of freedom. Still looking for a handout. Things are still the same. Still looking for a handout. Not a thing has changed. While they're on welfare, they haven't got a care. 'Cause they like it that way. They like it that way. My mother used to say, son, a living comes hard, and you ain't gonna make it by sitting in the yard. You just can't sit around like a nigger. You had to get up off it and hustle yourself a job. And after all these years I find this true, and I sit and wonder like most white men do, who in the world is feeding them jungle bunnies while they're demonstrating, causing riots and forming mobs? Still looking for a handout. Things are still the same. Still looking for a handout. Not a thing has changed. While they're on welfare, they haven't got a care. They like it that way. They like it that way. Now my suggestion to their problem of being free is going back to Africa and be cannibals like they used to be. And they can spend the rest of their lives eating each other, throwing coconuts and swinging from a tree. Or they could stay here and be our friends and still be free like they've always been, and start earning their own way in life and stop depending on you and me. Still looking for a handout. Things are still the same. Still looking for a handout. They ought to be ashamed. But like I said before, they keep a-wanting more. They like it that way. They like it that way. They like it that way.
about what was gonna happen to me. I was in a hot cop car for 20 fucking minutes, and yes, I could not fucking breathe. It's fucking hot outside. There was one cop that said, dude, she can't breathe. You need to open the door. The rest of them were fighting against it the whole fucking time. The white guy walked past us and said, whatever she's telling you is a bullshit lie. I hadn't even said anything to these cops because I'm not no fucking tattletale. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. I'm not gonna sit here and tattle on someone because they did something to me. This guy was my best fucking friend. Not even my best friend, he was my sister's boyfriend. I trusted him so much, and he beat me in my fucking kitchen. Broke my jaw in 3 fucking places. And the cops did not give no fucking shit to what happened to me. They told me I was fine. They sent me home. I woke up in the morning and could not fucking open my mouth. I could not fucking...
Lyndon is my protector. He says, I shall not work. He maketh me to lie down in front of theaters, and I can face the whole world with a smirk. Yes, he restoreth my welfare check. And yea, though I walk through the very heart of Dixie, I shall fear no police, for Lyndon is always with me. His tear gas and his federal troops, they comfort me. Yes, and he prepareth a table before me in the presence of white folks. He anointeth my burr head with anti-kink hair straightener. Yes, and my Cadillac gas tank runneth over. Surely the Supreme Court shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the federal housing project forever and ever.
Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. Gather all those equals up and herd them on the pier. America for white, Africa for black. Send those apes back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. 20 million ugly comes already on the pier.
Listen here, man, I ain't gonna get on that boat. Look like that boat leaks to me, man. Oh, man, you're the best white man ever, but here I come.
America for white, Africa for black. Send those apes back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. Boats are ready for the trip, we won't shed a tear.
Seems like nobody don't love us nice colored folks anymore.
America for white, Africa for black. Send those apes back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. And that chimp is ugly stick, and that buck is spear.
Just a minute there, man, I just got my bottle of wine back there on the dock. Oh, man!
America for white, Africa for black. Send those apes back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. 20 million jigaboos to Africa will steer. How we gonna find Africa, man? We ain't got no compass. How we gonna find that island, man? America for white, Africa for black. Send those 8 back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. There they go far out to sea, see them disappear. Hello, hello back there on the dock. I believe this boat is leaking, man. America for white, Africa for black. Send those 8 back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. Boats are leaking badly now, the sink we sadly fear. Help! Help! Please take help! America for white, Africa for black. Send those 8 back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. No more niggers, civil rights led by nigger queers. America for white, Africa for black. Send those 8 back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. Our homes, our schools, our cities, streets of niggers will be cleared. America for white, Africa for black. Send those 8 back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ring that bell, shout for joy, white man's day is here. America will be all white, the land we love so dear. America for white, Africa for black. Send those 8 back to the tree, ship those niggers back. Ship those niggers back. Ship those niggers back. Ship those niggers back.
We is the coons all corps, and we done declared a war. The city crawling and the rest, until they sees that we is the best. We're non-violent niggers, peace-loving brothers. Them white folks better love us, or we's gonna kill them rotten mothers. We lays in at the door, we messes on the floor, we peas on the tables and the chairs, we throws our garbage on the stairs. We're non-violent niggers, peace-loving brothers. The white folks better love us, or we's gonna kill them rotten mothers. How's that Martin Luther King? How's the #1 baboon? When I bows my head in prayer, rice and bloodshed fill the air. We're non-violent niggers, peace-loving brothers. Them white folks better love us, or we's gonna kill them rotten mothers. How's that Sammy Davis cat? How's the coon of aristocrats? I ain't no common jigaboo. How's the kosher nigger Jew? We're non-violent niggers, peace-loving brothers. Them white folks better love us, or we's gonna kill them rotten mothers.
the NAACP, peace for human dignity. We marches, pickets, and we chant. We rolls our tails up in our pants. We're non-violent niggers, peace-loving brothers. Them white folks, they're lovers. Oh, we's gonna kill them rotten mothers.
Oh, we don't want niggers in our schools. We're not for integration. Keep those niggers in their place. We'll have a better nation. Our Southland got along just fine till those integrators came down here stirring up a mess with outside agitators. They'll march, sit in, and demonstrate to try to take our schools. They want to change our southern ways with a brand new set of rules. No, we don't want niggers in our schools. We're not for integration. Keep those niggers in their place. We'll have a better nation. We must prove to Martin Luther we stand for what is right. No court or left-wing liberals can ever make him white. Form a solid line of white men, conservatives will be. They'll never ever overcome, our schools will still be free. No, we don't want niggers in our schools, we're not for integration. Keep those niggers in their place, we'll have a better nation. We must prove to Martin Luther we stand for what is right. No court or left-wing liberals can ever make him white. Form a solid line of white men, conservatives will be. They'll never ever overcome, our schools will still be free. No, we don't want niggers in our schools, we're not for integration. Keep those niggers in their place, we'll have a better nation. Nigger, nigger, tell them lies. Black face and bloodshot eyes, crooked toes and crooked nose. That's the way a nigger goes. That's how he goes. They're marching for equality. They'll never be as good as me. We won't let them integrate. We must always segregate. Keep them in their place. Oh, Martin Luther's got to go. That's one thing that we all know. We'll take him riding on a rail and lock him in the county jail. Tar and feather him. Nigger, nigger, tell them lies. Black face and bloodshot eyes, crooked toes and crooked nose. That's the way a nigger goes. Niggers want to change our ways, but taxes they don't ever pay. Monkey lips and kinky hair, living off that old welfare. Got the handout. They might as well give up the fight. No federal judge can make them white. This job is up to you and me. Let's beat the NAACP. Move them north. Nigger, nigger, tell them lies. Black face and bloodshot eyes, crooked toes and crooked nose. That's the way a nigger goes.
Keep all them crinolines, honey, the South shall rise again.
No, Susanna, oh, don't you sit and spin.
If we all turn out with a rebel shout, the South shall rise again. Haul out that picture of Stonewall, tack it up with an old gray pin. Raise up them stars and bars, the South shall rise again.
No, Susanna, oh, don't you sit and spin.
If we all turn out with a rebel shout, the South shall rise again. Start all them bugles playing, listen to the drums begin. 10,000 men a march and the South shall rise again. them crinolines, honey.
If we all turn out to the railroad shop,
the South shall rise again.
a nigger ain't nothing but a nigger.
Down south of the Mason, Dixon, Prince, rebels are rocking and a rolling in. The Confederate money they are ready to spend. The South's gonna rise again. Hallelujah! The South's gonna rise again, but the South's gonna rise again. We've had time now to heal our bones. The South's gonna rise again. Hallelujah. The South's gonna rise again. The South's gonna rise again. Now Sherman done marched into our town. Have a long been round. South's gonna rise again. Hallelujah. South's gonna rise again. You better know it. South's gonna rise again. Mr. Robert E. Lee and his rebel men surrender, but they said this ain't the end. Save your Confederate money, my friends. South's gonna rise again. Hallelujah. South's gonna rise again. Last time, South's gonna rise again.
This great society is a mighty fine thing, loafing in the winter and playing in the spring. Government checks are gonna start any day, says that fella down Texas way. Ski King's holding to a worn-out rope. Daddy-O's working on a torn-up boat. Crowds don't gather like they used to do when old Ski made his Waterloo. The 50 horses getting weaker every hour. Daddy-O said, we done lost our power. Ski said, Daddy-O, hold to your seat. This great society's gonna put us on our feet. Daddy-O looked at the king and said, there must be an easy way to earn a little bread. Now I've heard tell that in 65, this great society's gonna keep us alive. Ski King pounded his chest and said, think of the states we're gonna be fed. No more trading at the country store, with food coming straight from the White House door. If the poverty checks start rolling in, Daddy-O, we're in business again. Water's gonna ripple and the waves are gonna fly. Let her go, Daddy-O, bye, bye, bye. This old boat may move again. We start using that high octane. Classiest thing that's ever been afloat. A chartreuse Cadillac pulling our boat. If a check comes soon, it's gonna be tough. With brand new skis, I'm gonna be rough. And if that water gets the best of me, we ain't sweating cause Medicare's free. Daddy-O's check should be a little more. That long-legged stork is coming to his door. He'll keep it coming back once every year, as long as that cash keeps coming in here. Mailman, what do you say? Do you have any mail for me today? My mailbox door is opened wide. Just slide that poverty check inside.
Stand up and be counted, show the world Klux Klan. We are a sacred brotherhood who love our country true. We always can be counted on when there's a job to do. We serve our homeland day and night to keep it always free, and proudly wear our robes of white protecting liberty. Stand up and be counted, show the world that you're a man. Stand up and be counted, go with the Ku Klux Klan. The Bible, cross, old glory to our symbols of a man. A sword and water, robe and hood portray our noble clan. In search of peace and liberty, we pledge our hearts and hands. We must defeat the communists to save our Christian land. Stand up and be counted, show the world that you're a man. Stand up and be counted, go with the Ku Klux Klan. Stand up and be counted, show the world that you're a man. Stand up and be counted, go with the Ku Klux Klan.
You niggers listen now, I'm gonna tell you how to keep from getting tortured when the Klan is on the prowl. Stay at home at night and lock your doors up tight. Don't go outside or else you'll find those crosses are burning bright. Now I know you won't believe me, so I'm gonna tell you why. The Cajun Ku Klux Klan is gonna get you by and by. I'm warning you that when I'm through, you're gonna change your tune. This story's about a nigger, his name was Levi Coon. He walked into a cafe, he thought he'd get a bite. He thought that they would serve him since they passed the civil rights. The waitress told him no, and that he'd better go. He said, no ma'am, my Uncle Sam say I don't have to go. So he sat there in that cafe, being stubborn as a mule. No matter what she said, he wouldn't get up off that stool. He sat there like a jackass, said I'm gonna demonstrate. I came in here to eat, and I ain't leaving till I've ate. The waitress had enough. She said, I'll call your bluff. She said, if we can't treat you right, we'll have to treat you rough. The phone was in her hands. She gave him one more chance. He wouldn't go, and so she called the Cajun Ku Klux Klan. When he saw them Cajuns coming, Levi knew it was too late. His eyes popped out his head, and his kinky hair got straight. He said, oh, lousy white folks, I didn't mean a thing. Why did I have to listen to that demonstrator king? Now niggers understand, they tied up both his hands. He was at the mercy of the Cajun Ku Klux Klan. I knew just what they'd do, Levi knew it too. I knew what kind of torture they would put that nigger through. Now the moral of this story is plain as it can be. Niggers, mind your business and let us white folks be. You'd better heed my warning and try to understand. Don't you demonstrate around the Cajun Ku Klux Klan.
She did what? Oh no! She ran off with another guy. She didn't even say goodbye. She'll never find a love like mine or bigger. She took the TV and wrote a check for all my dough, but to top it off, she ran off with the nigger. She ran off with the nigger, a 6'8" buck. He's got a pink Mark IV with his name on the door, and all I can say is, well, fuck. Crying out loud, why'd you do me this way? If I had a gun, I'd pull the trigger. She took my car that I just paid for and ran off with the nigger. It really came as no surprise. I guess I saw it in her eyes. I knew that it would happen, and it did. My pappy said, I told you so. She broke my heart, and now I know I never should have married that black little bitch anyway. She ran off with a nigger, a 6'8" buck. He's got a pink Mark IV with his name on the door, and all I can say is, well, fuck. Crying out loud, why'd you do me this way? If I had a gun, I'd pull the trigger. She took my car that I just paid for and ran off with the nigger. Oh, she broke my heart and tore me apart when she ran off with the nigger.
Well, guys, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm tired. It's been a long day. So, before I shut this all down, this is woke.net, if I can talk, if you want to keep watching the stream thing. But before I call it a night, you know, we've watched a lot of stupidity in the last couple hours. Might even heard a little from me, I don't know. So we need some wisdom from the smartest man to ever live.
So the most important thing you gotta remember is, you know, okay, so some people were, you know, they were doing some stuff, and then other people were like, hey, don't do that stuff, and then other people were like, hey, yeah, they should do, you know, that stuff. It's good that they're doing that stuff, and then the other people were like, I don't think they should be doing that stuff, and then so things are like, what I'm trying to say is that, in conclusion, I have no idea.
And that was our nightly dose from the smartest man to ever live. He said it better than anybody. It needs no explanation. I mean, we witnessed the whole thing. What can you say? It kind of is what it is. You know? Like the man said, some people doing some stuff, then there's other people saying they shouldn't do that stuff, and some saying they should do that stuff. At the end of the day, nobody has a clue about nothing. You can't argue with that. I mean, it might be simple, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes the simplest things are the smartest. But take it easy, guys. I'm not exactly sure when I'll be streaming again. It'll be sometime this week, depending on what's going on. Monday, I'll get as much of my homework done as I can. Finish it up Tuesday or Wednesday. And then that'll be the end of that. That way I can have more free time to stream and all that. I got to make sure schoolwork gets done. But in this particular class, a lot of it I can't do until other students have completed theirs. So it holds me up a little bit, but not too bad. So again, thanks for all the support, you know, not just monetary, but everything else. You know, I got the best chat online, I think. Never any fighting or anything. Even when we got, you know, multiple hundreds of people, we've had thousands in the past. No fighting, everybody's cool. Say what you want, be done with it. And again, like I've said before, I've only got a couple rules. No personal attacks, but you have every right to defend yourself if somebody does. You know, kind of go at it. And don't spam the chat. Other than that, say what you want, whatever, I don't care. That was the whole reason for creating this. We've all got crap going on in life. Family, work, school, whatever. So it's nice to have somewhere people can chill out for a bit. Don't have to worry about anything. Watch some idiots chimp out on the screen, whatever. And just forget everything. That way we can be a little recharged and the next day tackle the world and do what we got to do. So that was the reason behind all this. And as long as y'all keep showing up, I'll keep doing it. So take it easy, guys. Like I said, stay safe. Keep your head on the swivel. If you can stay armed, do so. You never know in this world anymore. Just like the girl in Indiana the other day that was killed for saying all lives matter. You know, crazy stuff can happen anywhere. So definitely stay safe. And I will catch you guys back on the next one. I'm going to bed.